Hello there. I'm going to struggle to keep this coherent, but I'm going to try my best, okay? I want to talk about entertainment media, so that's movies, television shows, etc. And what the hell's going on. But it's quite relevant at the moment because there are two very talked about either films or TV shows at the moment. So there's Batwoman and Joker in particular. I'm going to talk about some others as well. So Batwoman, I'm not going to see it. I have no interest in that. And in fact, those type of things, I used to watch a bit of Arrow and Luke Cage and things like that. They're cheesy. I'm not really into them. I like my superhero stuff a bit more gritty, a bit more real. But Batwoman is absolutely woke. It is a full-on feminist production. Anti-man to the extreme, I guess. And what's interesting is it's the way it's been received by the media as opposed to the people. So the media, a lot of them now, I think it's fair to say, they're activist journalists. They love it. Batwoman is wonderful in every single way, and the people are hating on it. Now, there will definitely be some trolls. There's definitely going to be an aspect of people not seeing it and just going on there and they want to hate it. And, you know, you set up these platforms, you invite that. And especially when something is highly politicized like that, then you reap what you sow. Bit my tongue. Right, so that's that one. I'm not going to go into it any more than that. Joker. I saw the Joker. I was fixated on it for 2 hours and 2 minutes. Really, really tense. I was completely gripped. And I really, really enjoyed it. And it stayed in my head for a few days. That's always a sign of a good film. You know, it sticks with you. You keep coming back to thinking about it. So again, the scoring. So the media hates it for some reason, even though it's a lefty film. It's definitely got political aspects to it. It's very anti-capitalism, and the people love it. It's the absolute opposite of what's happening with Batwoman. I like the film a little bit less now. I still think it's a great film because of watching Black Pilled. Anyone that hasn't watched Black Pilled is a channel. Devon Stack is the guy's name. He oh god, it's dark. Black Pilled. It's the name of the channel, right? It's not red pilling. It's black pilling. It's very, very end of days kind of outlook. But he does brilliant analysis on a lot of movies. I don't think the guy's anti-Semitic, but he's certainly not afraid to criticize Hollywood, and he will point out that a lot of the movie makers, these people that make this entertainment stuff, are Jewish, and it does seem to be a lot of the stuff he talks about very anti sort of capitalism, anti-white people in particular, always promoting positively of people with oppression scores, you know, whether that is transgender or gay or ethnicity. Okay. He kind of pulled Joker apart a little bit, and he just basically said that is several other Robert De Niro movies wrapped up into one. It's not actually a very original movie. I think Taxi Driver, the King of Comedy, stuff like that. He's got a very good point. What people are saying is the leftists are saying that this is anti-single mother film, and I think it isn't. It's just not pro single mother. It's neutral on the subject. It has somewhat would appear to be single mothers, and it doesn't portray them as wonderful heroes, beautiful and brave, but it also doesn't it doesn't just slag them off. It just they happen to be single mums. The film's not really about that. The film's about this guy having an absolute breakdown, being absolutely shit on all of his life, abused, and finally cracking. And I guess he's would be a sociopath or something like that. Anyway, check out Black Pilled. He does breakdowns on American Beauty. Lots of films that I've previously liked that now go, I don't like it. Even Falling Down. He had a go about Falling Down, which I think is a great movie. So then moving on from that, Computing Forever, or Forever Computing, I still get it wrong. Computing Forever, right? Dave Cullen, he did a video yesterday about BAFTA. So BAFTA is now putting out a quota for like affirmative action, basically, in the workplace. They will only be considering films nominations for BAFTAs that hit a certain quota of representation of ethnicity, sexuality, trans, all of that stuff. So please look forward to a tranny Henry VIII, or I don't know, a black Winston Churchill perhaps in future films, which is going to lead me on to, because it links seamlessly sort of to a BBC drama at the moment. Yes, I still pay my licence fee, I know, sorry, I wish I didn't have to, but my missus, she loves watching the telly, you know, it's like, and I'm not there a lot, I'm always out working, so she watches the telly, I won't take that away from her, and yeah, she watches EastEnders, and obviously that is mad. The wokeness on EastEnders is really crazy. We're going to have a lesbian Muslim. That's going to be very interesting. And recently we watched Dr. Leg came back. Anyone that used to watch it in the 80s, and he died because he saw a swastika. And so if anyone that criticises anyone that is Jewish or anything like that, you're anti-Semitic. Okay, that's the BBC. So World on Fire, right? This is set the beginning of the Second World War, 1939, I guess. History's terrible, but I think I know that bit. And it's set in England, in Poland, and in Paris, France. Well, you know that's in France, right? And it's woke. It's a real shame, because obviously the BBC has almost endless funds to produce these very good, like, you know, cinematography, locations fantastic, no expense spared. My partner assured me that the Polish things are definitely in like Warsaw or where you know, Gdansk and wherever it's supposed to be in the drama, and parts of it are really good, but it's woke. It's full of woke. So the opening scene in it is at a black shirt rally in England, in northern England, I'm guessing, and the Mosley black shirts, that's the fascist movement that was around. I don't know much about it. Some people, I'm sure, are going to say Mosley wasn't as evil as he was portrayed. I don't like fascists any way, shape or form. I'm anti that. Okay, but this beautiful and brave couple walk into this rally and they start singing, I'm going to assume is a socialist song, I don't know what it was, and they get the crap beaten out of them, by the evil, obviously evil fascist black shirts. Well, the guy does. The girl doesn't get beaten up because male privilege and patriarchy. She's not allowed to get beaten up. But they then split up. Anyway, it's pretty good drama. There's love story in it. I think that all the love angles are just fiction, but you know, some historical stuff going on in there, I'm going to guess is fairly accurate. But it's the representation. So this will definitely be on the BAFTA list, because we've got in Paris a mixed race gay love affair going on. There's a lot of representation of black British people, which I'm not saying, I know there were black people around in the 1930s, but it feels like there's a lot more in this than there probably would have been. I'm just leaving it there. And again, anyone wants to accuse me of being a racist, it's not true. I'm just pointing this out. Okay, it's what they're doing. They're trying to present the fact that we're not a white country. We never were. In fact, if you go on Google and you start searching it, all you'll see is that the first people who settled here would have been black and all this sort of stuff. And it's just, stop it, will you? Stop telling us that we're bad for being white. Douglas Murray, I'm sure everyone's been watching this stuff recently. If you Google, like, you know, black family or white family, the results you get are really eye-opening. So, and this is very, very pro-socialism. So the socialists in this are just all great people. Sean Bean is in it. Love Sean Bean. He plays this gritty northerner who hands out, you know, the socialist newspaper, and life's kicking him in the arse, but he really believes in the red flag, you know. So that's World on Fire. That's going to get lovely BAFTAs, I'm sure. And I'm going to lead on to just other films recently, other things in films. So there's a theme of replacing men in action roles in movies. I've spoken about this before. I'm going to target a film that I actually quite liked called Atomic Blonde, with Charlize Theron, who, yeah, she's I think separate the art from the artist. I think she's insufferable. She's blaming men for her not having babies and stuff like that. I don't know, or not having a man because men won't approach her. I mean, she's gorgeous, but just, you know, shut up, love. But Atomic Blonde, she plays like a James Bond type spy character, and the problem we have now with films when they do this, when they try to change the roles, is you're supposed to be in a trance when you're in a cinema. When I saw The Joker, I was in a trance. I wasn't thinking about anything else. I was unplugged completely. I was 100% absorbed in the film, and when it ended, I was just like, wow, right? That's what a film should be like. Atomic Blonde is you've got this petite woman beating the crap out of big Russian KGB, like 250-pound muscular henchman, and it's not accurate. When they punch her, it hurts, she bleeds, but when she punches them, it hurts just as much. It wouldn't be true. And what it does, you snap out of your little trance that you're supposed to be in, and it spoils the film. And I'm going to just stop going to see many films now based on that movement, and hopefully get woke, go broke. I hope that happens, but Hollywood seems to have an awful lot of money, and they seem to be determined to carry on with this theme. So then it leads me on to James Bond. Now, so in Atomic Blonde, she's having a fist fight in one scene with several men, one after another. It's brutal. It's actually really quite good. It's really well choreographed. It's good, but she's tiny, and they're massive, and her punches are having the same effect. It's wrong. When Bond, traditionally, he's quite often up against someone bigger and stronger than him. But he's not up against one after another. It's probably just one guy, and he's probably getting his ass kicked for most of it, and his punches aren't hurting that guy as much as their punches are hurting him, but he uses his guile and, you know, his 9 lives to get out of it, you know. It's, even though James Bond is fantasy, it's still more real when you watch it that way. I mean, and that's a good point, I think. And where they're going with Bond, what Barbara Broccoli is threatening here by replacing James Bond with a black female agent is she's running the risk of ruining the franchise, the legacy that her father, Cubby, gave her. And Barbara, you're an idiot. You really shouldn't be doing it. Unless you're just trolling us and you're not going to do it. I don't know what you're going to do, but you're certainly going to get more woke in Bond. But the James Bond is the fantasy that sad middle-aged men like me have, where, you know, this guy looks incredible in his Savile Row suits. He's unflappable. When he walks in the casino or whatever, everyone stops and looks at him. He saves the damsel in distress. He bails her out of trouble. He gets rid of the henchman, the bodyguard from the evil husband. He takes her upstairs for some Bollinger and Beluga caviar. He ravishes her, and then he dumps her. And then she probably gets killed later on, and he's done with her. And I think women in movies, you need to stay in your lane. Because you've got your movies, you've got your fried green tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe, you've got you've got those films. Just stay in your bloody lane. Stop replacing men in traditionally masculine roles. It's not working. And Barbara Broccoli, what's wrong with 004, 009? Have Idris Elba come in there as 009. Have whatever, a woman come in as 004. It can be interchangeable. M can still be in it. Moneypenny can still be in it. They could even cross over. James Bond could be in it for a scene. Go, all right, guys, how's it going down in Warsaw, wherever you're spying? It would be brilliant, and you could create a Bond universe. And you're an idiot if you don't do it. And if you replace Bond with a female, with a lady, I ain't going to see it. And a lot of people like me won't see it. So there you go. That's my bit about what the hell is going on in the entertainment media at the moment. I hope it comes to an end soon, because you're killing something that I love. Bastards. Anyway, see you soon. Bye.